Okay, so in the previous video, we talked about conditional logic in its simplest form, which is our equality test here, and how these conditions thrive on Boolean expressions which evaluate to only true or false. So if I have an if condition here, the condition itself has to be a Boolean expression, meaning if this one thing is true, I'm going to do this, and then if it's not true, I'm going to do something else. The entire idea behind conditional logic sort of thrives on that. The cool thing is we can take one of these Boolean expressions and we can put it into a variable and kind of use it in a number of different places and even make some changes to it, and it makes setting up the logic of some of our programs a little bit easier. So for instance, with this word equals to, I need this, and I'm actually kind of using it here as well. But I need to evaluate whether or not word 1 is equal to word 2. So I'm going to take this out of here and I'm going to cut this really quick. I'm going to put it up here and I'm going to put it into a variable called same. So I'm going to say same is equal to word 1 equals word 2. And that's going to evaluate true or false. And if I comment this stuff out really quick, you can see I can print this to show you. I'll comment these out too. I can print this, print same. Actually, I need to uncomment these because I need them. And so it'll take some inputs and it'll test whether or not word 1 and word 2 are the same. Oh, I forgot to put parentheses around same. So I'm going to print same. And then I will put blah there just to show you. It'll print false. So it's actually printing this condition here, which is stored in my variable same. So when I print same, I print whether or not this condition is true or false. In this case, my word 1 didn't match my word 2, so it ended up being false. But if I run it again and I just say handsome, I get a true printout. So the reason why that's important is because now that I have that, got to do this the manual way in Python. Now that I have this same variable, instead of printing same directly, I can say if same, because same by itself is a Boolean expression. It's already equal to true or false. So it's by itself the result of a Boolean expression. So the really cool part is that I can now take the same value and I can use it again here and modify it with the not operator. So I have this condition as it is. If this thing is true, then I'm printing this. But then I can say if the opposite of this is true, I'm going to print that. And the way I do that is by using the not operator, and that one's pretty simple because I just type in not right there. So if the words are, and logically it works out because if I name my variables properly, it kind of almost makes grammatical sense, right? If they're the same, I print this. If they're not the same, I print this. And so that not operator just says whatever's to the right of this not, give me the exact opposite of that. So it's like kind of a reverse switch almost. So if I run this, let's say I enter my word and I'm going to say handsome, and it prints they are the same. But if I run it again and I just put blah, I get a mismatch. So that's how you set up a Boolean variable, and I'm a huge fan of how they work logically, because you can see here, even though it might have been maybe a tiny bit of extra typing, if you're working on a difficult solution and you're looking for ways to break up the code, this can help you out logically, because you can take what you're looking for. You can say to yourself, I'm basically checking to see if these two things are the same, and then once I find that result, I want to just put it in a variable, and then if it's true, I'm doing this, and then if it's not true, I'm doing this. Logically, it may be easier to set up if you're working on a difficult problem.